Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is feeling very spring-like out there at 55 degrees and sunny. The snow is quickly melting away, so I hope you can get outside. I mean, 55, it's a lot better than it used to be. It's still a little brisk, but hey, it's a gorgeous day. I hope you're able to get outside and enjoy some fresh air. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It's going to be open conversation today, so give me a buzz on the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. Both lines are open, so looking forward to chatting with you. What's on Your Mind is brought to you by K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Hicks and Baugh's Drugstore, and Gary's Auto Sales. Okay, couple things here on my list. We're told there's a housing shortage in this country. I don't necessarily believe that. Describe what the shortage is to me, for one thing. I mean, you look around Uniontown and Fayette County, there's a lot of houses for sale. Maybe it's not what people want. Maybe, people want the big McMansions or whatever, and so therefore there's a housing shortage. But anyway, so one of the things that is a proposed option is 3D printed houses. So yeah, the 3D printers you might have in your office or your home, prints out 3D objects with plastic. Well, they have giant 3D printers essentially that spew out concrete. So this is being looked at, and communities are embracing it and are using the technology to build houses made out of concrete. So what are your thoughts on a 3D printed house? What else here? The Journal of American Medical Association in an article suggests that drinking 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day reduces the risk of getting dementia. So interesting. I might have to, I usually just 1 cup. I might have to start, upping my intake on that. Here, what else on this? Okay, if you own a Toyota Prius, and this goes across their models of the Prius, dating from 2023 to 2026, Toyota has recalled 141,000 plus Toyota Priuses because a rear door may suddenly open as you're driving down the road. It's being attributed to water getting into the circuitry and shorting out the locking system, or the latching system, I should say, causing the door to open unless it's been previously locked. So, call your local Toyota dealer there and see if your car is part of that recall. All right, have you ever gone to the airport, checked in, and then got on the wrong plane? Well, a young man, he was flying from L.A. to Managua, Nicaragua by way of Houston, Texas. So stop over there. 6 hours into his flight, six hours into his flight, he asked the stewardess, "Hey, what's taking so long to get to Houston?" At which point he was informed that he was on his way to Tokyo, Japan. So he got on the wrong plane. Don't know how it happened. It might be, in some airports, once you scan in, several waiting areas are used for multiple gates, and maybe he probably just, like most guys, were clueless a lot of the time. Wasn't paying attention, just got in line, and on board he went. Anyway, United ended up, he got to stay in Tokyo for 2 days while United figured out how to get him back home. So they did so. But has that ever happened to you? And how would you handle going to the wrong city? Okay. Let's see what else is on here. Okay, a couple of political things here. So Jasmine Crockett, she represents a district in the state of Texas, and she's actually running for U.S. Senate now. Well, she has said that clapbacks or comebacks are more important than accuracy in this current political environment. So in other words, she just told us it's more important to lie than it is to deal with the truth. Part of this is she had accused, I believe it was Lee Zeldin, who is in the Trump administration, of taking money when he was a congressman from Jeffrey Epstein, if memory serves. That's correct. The only problem is it was a different Lee Zeldin, and I think I've got the correct people here. Somebody that's not in Washington at all and nothing in politics. So it doesn't matter that she accused Lee Zeldin of doing something. That doesn't. It's more important that you go after Republicans and say whatever. So she just said it's more important to lie than it is to get things right. Alrighty here. A couple things, kind of victories for the Trump administration here. So an LA-based federal judge by the name of Christina Snyder, who, by the way, was appointed by President Clinton, has blocked a California law that would require ICE agents to remove masks when doing ICE operations. She says the supremacy clause of the Constitution outweighs the No Secret Police Act that the California legislature enacted. So a little bit of a victory for the Trump administration on that. And then also Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem has been looking at the Temporary Protected Status Program, TPS, that that allows immigrants to enter this country without going through the proper procedures to enter legally based on certain circumstances in their home country. So she's been looking at this to see if the circumstances listed for countries that are part of have been part of this temporary protected status still apply. So she wants to terminate TPS for the countries in Nepal, Honduras, and Nicaragua. Well, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals is allowing her to move ahead with that, saying that the government, in their arguments, would most likely win. And here's the reason why. the reason Nepal is on the list is because of an earthquake that took place in 2015. Well, we're 10 years past that date. There is no more earthquake. There is no cause for alarm because of it. So she wants to terminate that. Honduras and Nicaragua are on the list that she wants to terminate. And because of a 1999 hurricane, Mitch. So again, the reasons for the TPS, temporary protected status, no longer apply. And the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals has agreed. So another victory there. So there you go. That's pretty much what's on my list today. If there's something else you want to chat about or comment on, by all means, give me a buzz on the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593. Both lines are currently open. Other topics, by the way, the Olympics. By the way, the mixed curling championship or gold medal round is underway as we speak, as the U.S. takes on, I think it's Sweden, for the gold. They beat the defending Olympic champions and world champions Italy last night in the semifinals, or yesterday in the semifinals, to advance to the gold medal round. So at least a silver, but we're hoping for a gold, right? Hopefully we'll find out before the end of today's What's on Your Mind. So we can throw the Olympics in there on the discussions and anything else you want to chat about. Pirate baseball, you've heard Pirates and catchers have reported. The rest of the team reports next week. So your thoughts on the coming season for the Pittsburgh Pirates. If you want to make any guesses as to how they'll do, that's fine. If you want to wait until the end of preseason to do that, that's fine as well. But, Pirate baseball is on the talking list as well. Time to take a little break. So give me a call. Dial up those 10 digits, 724-438-4593. And we'll do a little chatting right after this.
Valentine's Day's coming up, and nothing says Be My Valentine quite like flowers from Miller's Greenhouses and Flower Shop. Choose from fresh floral arrangements starting at just $30 or classic roses starting at $55 a dozen. Want to really impress? Call early and have Valentine's flowers delivered right to her workplace. Miller's Greenhouses and Flower Shop in Smithfield. Open Monday through Saturday, 8:30 to 5. Call 724-564-2696.
Mountaintop Title and Notary can handle all of your motor vehicle and PennDOT needs, such as titles, plates, renewal, registrations, and all notary needs. Tina Nicholson of Mountaintop Title and Notary can also handle ATV and boat titles, and also does income taxes. Hours are Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 4:30, and appointments can be made for after hours and Saturdays. Mountaintop Title and Notary with a new location at 655 Nelson Road in Farmington, the only place you need to go for all title, notary, and tax work. Call Tina at 724-984-1514 for the most professional services around.
Couples Comedy with married comedians Tom Cotter and Carrie Louise comes to the State Theater Center for the Arts Friday, February 13th at 8 p.m. for a hilarious Valentine's performance. An America's Got Talent Season 7 finalist and one of the funniest comics today, Tom Cotter, and Carrie Louise, a Last Comic Standing finalist, are sure to make it an uproarious Galentine's night out. For tickets, call 724-439-1360 or online at statetheater.info. Recommended for those 16 and over.
Looking for a bigger bonus? Well, WMBS and the Pennsylvania Lottery want to give you a big shot at it. From now until the 15th, just be the sixth caller to 724-438-4593 whenever you hear Triple! And you'll win 6 $5 big bonus triple play scratch-off tickets. This game delivers triple the excitement with 15 top prizes of $130,000. Play today. Benefits older Pennsylvanians. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
Hello, I'm attorney Jeremy Davis from the law firm of Davis & Davis. We've been helping the great people of Fayette County for over 45 years with personal injury claims. If you are hurt or injured, call our law firm for your free consultation. The insurance companies are not on your side. Call us today at 724-437-2799. Either myself or an attorney from our office will personally come out and meet with you. If you're in an accident or hurt, call us at Davis & Davis, 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. Let us fight for you.
Pento Home Care Agency cares about you, your health, and what's best for your family. Pento Home Care is a family-owned and operated home care agency providing the convenience of personal care within your home. They'll work with your family and physicians to come up with the best plan of care for you. Pento offers personal assistance services and accepts all state waiver programs, private insurance, and private pay patients. Pento Home Care Agency has home health care available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and their experienced team of professionals provide expert care. Pento offers hospice care because they know how difficult and overwhelming a terminal illness can be by helping families through the challenging days with dignity and compassion. If you or a loved one need care or are looking for a career as a home health aide, please call them at 724-322-1683 or visit them online at pentohomecareagency.com.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. Open conversation, 724-438-4593. By the way, the U.S. is leading Sweden right now 5-4 in the curling championships. What inning or block or whatever they call it, I don't know, but they're ahead. So, there you go. Hey, let's get a phone call, shall we? Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hi, Russ. Tony.
Hey, Tony, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
They're showing pictures of the alleged Guthrie kidnapper.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, he has a ski mask on. He's armed. They have pictures of him walking around her front porch.
Oh,
and,
okay.
So you'll have to watch for that.
Okay.
Just a quick thing about it. You know, obviously, she's probably been dead since last week.
I hope not, but...
Yeah, there's, I mean, without her medication, they said only 24 hours it would be fatal. Well, this is 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So now it will probably just be a recovery, nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
But what I don't understand is how a family can leave their 84-year-old mother living in a desert practically. And I know there's other homes around, but they're not really that close by. And she's, you know, with her heart condition and the pacemaker, all of that, why would you not just have hired somebody to stay there with her? I will never figure that out.
Yeah, that's a good question, Tony. And you know, maybe there is somebody that stays there, and it was their night off or something. I don't know.
But even so, it's nothing they can do now.
No.
But I think it's a very sad situation, and I pray for them. Hopefully they'll pull through this okay. Yeah. But I wanted to let you know they are showing pictures. So
all right. Well, hopefully that leads to something here.
I hope so.
Yeah, because it's time for this to come to an end here.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time, Russ, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for the call. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All righty, so maybe a little break in that investigation. So, it's time that this comes to an end there. And I understand what Tony was saying. You know, she's 84. I don't know if it's a heart condition that Mrs. Guthrie has. I don't know, what medication she was on. But as far as living alone, 84 is not like what 84 used to be. I don't know, other than a medical condition, I don't know how frail she might have been. She might have been just perfectly fine living on her own. And again, other than the health concerns, Why single out an 84-year-old woman? So to me, that's one of the questions that really needs to be answered. Why her? Why her? So hopefully we'll find out eventually. We'll find out, and hopefully these pictures will bear fruit. Right? 724-438-4593. Both lines are open, so no waiting. Give me a buzz. Would love to chat with you. The 3D printed houses just kind of fascinate me, really. One thing about, I don't know how fastly how quickly they work. But it's the type of thing, they can go 24 hours a day. It's not like they're going to work an 8-hour shift and off they go. They can go 24 hours a day. So I'm also curious what preliminary work needs to be done. That's a question. In my mind, does you just put them on a plot of land and then they go at it, or do you still have to go in there ahead of time and put down footers and pre-wire and pre-plumb and that type of thing? I don't know. But it is kind of fascinating. And I wonder how much flexibility you have in designing a 3D home. So if you have any information on that, give us a call. Fill us in on that. It's one of the reasons I like doing this show, is because, I'm the first to tell you, I don't know everything. I don't profess to know everything. I don't know that I want to know everything. But those items that I don't know, I know somebody else does know it. So I'm hoping that somebody out there will call and fill us in on this whole process of 3D home construction is the best way to put it, I guess. So give me a call on that. I don't know how thick the walls are when they do this. Your home 3D printer, it's just putting out a real thin line, no more than 1/8 of an inch at a time. And it just goes back and forth, back and forth. So how much does a concrete 3D printer put out at a time? And I assume if you're going to work at 24 hours a day, you have to have a constant supply of concrete. You don't want it to run out. You want it to be a continuous type of thing. So just a thought on my part. What else do we want to chat about? So the Olympics are moving along quite nicely. The Americans, the U.S., they're starting to pile up some golds and some silvers and some bronze along the way. So, I just I just enjoy the Olympics. And Doreen and I were chatting before coming on the air. One of the things I like about the Olympics, and they've been doing it here as well, is the networks will do segments on the towns, the cities that are hosting, the sites. There's a cathedral in Milan. I learned this in the opening ceremonies. There's a cathedral that they started building, I believe, in the 1400s. And they only finished it like about 50 years ago. Seriously. So, 500 years to build this. And it's absolutely stunning. It's gorgeous, this cathedral in Milan. So it's those types of things that I enjoy about the Olympics. as well. They'll talk about a food delicacy, and it doesn't even have to be a delicacy. It just could be, kind of like the food, what everybody cooks type of thing. And the scenery. So, and it's been just absolutely stunning and gorgeous. The scenery there. And of course, this is northern Italy. I've been to southern Italy or mid Italy, Rome and Naples area. So quite different, but it makes me want to go now to northern Italy. So I hope you're able to watch the Olympics somewhat and enjoy what's being broadcast into your home. Oh, all right. Coffee. I brought up, the Journal of American Medical Association suggesting from a study that drinking 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day reduces the risk, or evidence leads in that direction anyway, that drinking 2 to 3 cups reduces your chance of getting dementia. So, are you a coffee drinker? And if so, how much coffee do you drink a day? Now, I think this is just caffeinated coffee. I don't think decaf works on this in this study. I think it was all aimed at caffeinated. And tea plays into this as well, but not nearly as strong as much as coffee does. So are you a coffee drinker, and how much do you drink a day? And if there is a history of dementia in your family, is this a little bit of, I don't know, hope? A little, okay, here's something I'm willing to try so that, I might not get it. So on that, what do you think? Now, it did not go into the fact that so many people add sugar and cream and other stuff. I don't think that plays into it. I might be wrong, but I don't think additives to your coffee plays into it. So just as long as you're drinking coffee. So go ahead and doctor up all you want. I would imagine iced coffee counts on that. It didn't stipulate, hot coffee or cold coffee. So I'm thinking just, as long as it's coffee, you're good to go. So give me a buzz on all of that, would you? Let's see here. What else is cooking here? Just I'm taking a quick look here. And, oh no, Sweden came back and won in the curling. So Sweden takes the gold in the mixed doubles curling event. The United States takes home the silver. So, good news, we won a medal. Bad news, it wasn't the gold. So we'll celebrate the silver medal, though, won't we? Absolutely, we will. Okay. Trying to think what else you want. By the way, I do want to remind everybody that petitions for elected office are now available at the Election Bureau. So if you're wanting to run for office, you're going to need to get those petitions out and circulated. And depending on what office you're running for, determines how many signatures you need to get in order to qualify for the primary ballot. So anyway, those petitions are available for you to pick up at the Election Bureau now. The first day to circulate, I believe, is the 17th. Let me double check on that. I might be wrong. If you give me a chance, a minute here to figure this out, because I want to give you the exact day. So anyway, on the ballot, Governor Josh Shapiro is running for re-election, as is the lieutenant governor. We have no senators, U.S. senators, up for re-election, but congressmen are, and in this area, it's Guy Reschenthaler. He'll be circulating. I have not heard, but I imagine there will be a Democrat running for that seat as well. And quite frankly, I don't know if Guy Reschenthaler, the congressman, is going to have a primary opponent. So there's that. There's also no county-wide seats are up this time around. So, but we do have in the state not only governor, but there is some state senators, of which Fayette County's Senator Pat Stefano is running for re-election. He just announced earlier today. And our representatives, our members of the General Assembly in Fayette County, that is Charity Grim-Krupa, or is it Grim-Krupa? I can never get her name in the right order. Anyway, she's running for re-election, as is Ryan Warner in the northern part of the county. So there might be a few other things on the ballot, but I can't think of it right now. So anyway, if you want to run, your petitions are available. I'm almost getting to that point to tell you when the first day to circulate petitions in 26 is. It's just taken me a little time. And we're almost there. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. Now it's coming up. And it is. Come on. Where is it? It's not telling me. Come on. Okay. I'm going to have to take a little break here. Well, actually, we have a caller coming on, and maybe they're going to tell us, because right now I'm looking on the state. There we go. Just found it. February 17th is the first day to circulate. Hello. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. Oh, okay. They must have been calling for that same reason. They heard me say the 17th. So next Tuesday, you can start those circulations of petitions. 724-438-4593. Both lines are open. Give me a buzz. All right, so, this is going for you car guys out there, okay? If you've got a classic car that you put away for the winter time, you want to keep it off the roads. Are you tempted? Are you tempted on a day like this to get her out of the garage and take a spin? Or do you realize, no, there's too much water and ice on the road still. We got to wait till things are completely dry. But are you tempted? I know I would be, just to get out and make sure she's running fine. And maybe if not that, just pull her out of the garage and into the driveway to let the engine run for a little bit and check things over. So that's for you car guys out there. 724-438-4593. Got to take a little break. Both lines are open, so give me a buzz. I'm looking forward to chatting with you after this.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles. Ready to score big on your next home? Well, great news. Huge savings are waiting for you at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. From open floor plans perfect for game day parties to energy-efficient homes that will help you save money all season long, these homes are built to deliver. Don't wait on the sidelines. Make the winning play today and find the home that fits your family and lifestyle. Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon at 4500 Route 51.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit georgedentalassociates.com today. That's georgedentalassociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
Tune in to WMBS the second and fourth Thursdays monthly at 10:30 a.m. for an all-new radio program with Pete Crackle, Director of Clinical Operations and Pharmacist at Nickman's Drug. Pete will explore a myriad of health-related topics and talk about how a strong relationship with your pharmacist is vital for your best health. So mark your listening calendars and be sure to catch the all-new show the second and fourth Thursday each month. Need a pharmacy? Visit Nickman's Drug today at any of their 7 area locations.
Now, you don't have to travel too far for medical marijuana products. Go to Local Leaf in Scottdale for a wide variety of locally grown and locally sourced products, plus your questions answered on medical marijuana, qualifying medical conditions, or how to register for your medical card. Local Leaf by PHG off Route 119 in Scottdale, 412-417-4964. Online at localleafpa.com. Local Leaf, your medical marijuana dispensary with locally grown and locally sourced products in Scottdale.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borch Jr.
It's not just another sale, it is the February floor sample clearance at Chesler's Fine Furniture, located on Route 51 in Uniontown. There are no gimmicks involved, just great values on beautiful home fashions for every room in your house. You'll find items such as genuine Lazy Boy rocker recliners for just $429, solid oak 5-piece dinettes featuring Formica tops for $13.99. If you prefer all wood sets, they start at just $5.99. For the family room, sofas start at only $4.99 with love seats and chairs to match. Chaise sofas for relaxing comfort are priced at $6.29 and up. Chesler's has top grain leather sofas, love seats, chairs, and sectionals in stationary and reclining in stock from Lazy Boy, Best Home Furnishing, and Craftmaster. Entertainment centers are sale priced from $159. Those with an electric fireplace start at $3.99. Every piece of bedroom furniture, every piece of living room and dining room furniture, every piece of furniture at Chesler's will be on sale. Credit terms and delivery are available with 90 days same as cash.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. We've got about 4 minutes left in hour 1 of What's on Your Mind. So give me a buzz. The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Talk Line, 724-438-4593. So I was just looking at captures of the video released by the FBI of a person of interest in the Nancy Guthrie kidnapping. So, he is wearing a full knit cap over his face. So just the, the eyes, mouth, and nose are visible. So hopefully somebody recognizes this person. Even though he's disguised, somebody close is still going to recognize this person. So the FBI said they were in working with private sector companies and their own technology. They were able to find this off of a device where the original recording had been corrupted somehow. Didn't elaborate, but it's just amazing to me what they're able to do with, it's that old adage. Nothing is erased. Nothing is deleted in today's world of technology. There is a way to find it. So, yes, hopefully things are getting closer one way or another to a resolution in this case. So, all right, 724-438-4593. What else you want to talk about? So, not just stuff on my list. If there's something on your list that you wish to talk about, by all means, give me a buzz. We're open to chatting about that as well. So, with the temperature at 55 degrees, a lot of this snow is melting, and little, streams of water heading down the streets of melted snow. So that, it's, to me, it's all interesting. It's to me, it's all part of the wonders of what this world has to offer us. And so walking over here today, just going down my alley, just the water coming down there and kind of undercutting the ice. So, there was still ice on top, but you could see the water flowing underneath. To me, it's just, I don't know, the simple things, I guess. At times, I get fascinated by. So, it's there. Fascination is there. Every day, you just kind of got to look for it. Just, another thing, I get videos on my feed, and just little 1 minute, 2 minute segments about animals, creatures, and how they live and exist, and some of their traits that are unique to that species. To me, I just enjoy those videos a whole bunch. It's just, it's part of learning too. You learn something from it, and it's like how did this come to be throughout the years? So, well, hey, that just about does it for this hour of What's on Your Mind. CBS News is next. They're going to bring you news from, around the world, around the country, and probably some updates on the Olympics as well. And then TJ will be here with the local news, sports, and weather. When that's all said and done, I'll be back here for hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. And this is WMBS Uniontown. It's 2 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Stacy Lynn. New information in the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. A week after she went missing from her home in Tucson, the FBI has released surveillance images. CBS's Anna Schechter tells us they show an armed person on Guthrie's porch the day she vanished.
He's wearing a mask, covering his hands, so he was ready. He did not want to leave DNA. He did not want his face recognizable.
Jonathan Vigliotti has more.
It's unclear if these photos represent video that is associated. The gait, the way that this person would walk, that would certainly be identifiable to some degree, along with perhaps the clothes. Of course, these clothes could have been purchased for just this.
No suspects have been identified yet. To Washington now, where leaders of 3 major immigration agencies are testifying before the House Homeland Security Committee.
The officials defended President Trump's immigration crackdown and declared the nation's border security is stronger than ever. ICE Acting Director Todd Lyons urged lawmakers to tone down the rhetoric against his agents.
We are facing the deadliest operating environment in our agency's history.
Mississippi Democrat Benny Thompson.
They are reckless, creating chaos in our communities. terrorizing adults and children alike.
He accused the Trump administration of weaponizing the Department of Homeland Security. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz wants ICE out of his state and says the federal presence is causing businesses to suffer.
We just want to get back to do what we do best, normal, cook food for our neighbors, make some money, and go on about our lives. The incredible disruption that has been caused by what can only be described as a federal retribution campaign against Minnesota.
There are increased calls by lawmakers for Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick to resign because they say he misled the public about his ties to Jeffrey Epstein. Senator Chris Van Hollen questioned him today on Capitol Hill.
Did you, in fact, make the visit to Jeffrey Epstein's private island?
I did have lunch with him as I was on a boat going across on a family vacation. My wife was with me, as were my 4 children and nannies.
American optimism is way down, says CBS's Jim Crisula.
The number of Americans who expect they will have, quote, high-quality life in the years ahead has dropped to a 2-decade low, according to a new Gallup poll. 6 in 10 people surveyed said they expected their lives would be significantly better in the future than today. That's considerably lower than even during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic.
This just in, Isabella and Rasmus Rana of Sweden win the gold in mixed doubles curling at the Olympics, beating Team USA, who take the silver. This is CBS News.
Follow and listen to CBS Mornings on the go on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you are looking for a trusted local law firm with a strong commitment to their clients, look no further than Zebley Law Offices. Attorney Zebley has been practicing law in Fayette County for more than 4 decades. Although specializing in bankruptcy, Zebley also handles real estate matters, civil suits, collections, wills, powers of attorney, and more. If you need legal help, go with a name you recognize and trust. Call Zebley Law Offices today at 724-439-9200. Looking to update your home? Koval Building Supply at 40 Monroe Avenue in Uniontown is more than your plumbing supply store. We specialize in kitchen and bathroom remodels that transform your space from outdated to outstanding. Our designers work with you to create the look you've always wanted with custom cabinetry, countertops, and flooring options to fit your style and budget. Call Koval today at 724-437-8824 or visit kovalsupply.com to plan your dream kitchen or bath. Koval Building Supply, everything you need to make your house feel like home.
Does drinking coffee and tea impact your cognitive function and dementia risk?
CBS News medical contributor Dr. Celine Gounder.
What they found was people who had moderate consumption of caffeinated coffee or tea, so 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day, 1 to 2 cups of tea per day, had a lower risk of dementia, but we cannot say based on this study that this is actually protective.
The caffeine link held regardless of whether people had genetic risk factors for Alzheimer's or other forms of dementia. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
The International Skating Union has some strict dress code rules for Olympic figure skaters. The ladies aren't allowed to wear anything that's too sheer. Judges can deduct points if their costume gives the effect of excessive nudity or if they have a wardrobe malfunction on the ice. For the men, pants are mandatory. And for both, no dangling crystals, fringe, or beads because they say they can fall off and be a safety hazard. Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
Okay, Now the local, district, and statewide news. Being brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant Dieter. Keeping you warm and cozy in winter and cool and comfortable in summer with a quality Bryant gas furnace or air conditioning system. And now the news.
Good afternoon. It is 2:05. It is sunny and 57 outside the Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios, Fayette County's personal injury attorneys since 1976. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano. Sports and weather will follow the news. Details remain limited on a shooting last night in Connellsville. Dispatchers say that police responded to a scene in the 200 block of Lincoln Avenue shortly before 10:30 p.m. A male victim was taken to a local hospital in a private vehicle. There is no word on how old he is or how severely he was injured. Authorities have not said how the shooting happened or whether any arrests have been made. State police are investigating after a cat was stolen from a campground in Westmoreland County. It happened Saturday afternoon around 1:30 p.m. at the KOA campground on Waltz Mill Road in Swickley Township. Police said a woman entered the lodge area of the campground and used the community laundry machines. When she was getting ready to leave, she allegedly took a cat that lives inside the lodge and belongs to the camp. Police said she put the cat in her white Toyota RAV4, possibly with a California license plate. Anyone with information is asked to call state police in Greensburg. Do you feel safe on Pennsylvania's streets and highways, and what could be better? PennDOT is asking for your input with a new online survey available now through February 28th. The survey will help Governor Josh Shapiro's administration improve traffic safety and direct grant money toward programs. About $30 million is invested from federal grant funds across the state in initiatives aimed at preventing crashes, fatalities, and injuries each year. The survey can be found at pa.gov/safety. The cause of death for Emmy-winning actress Catherine O'Hara is now known. Here's more from Mark Mayfield.
O'Hara died at home in Los Angeles on January the 30th. The Los Angeles County Health Department issued a death certificate that said she died of a pulmonary embolism with rectal cancer as the underlying cause. O'Hara began her career with Toronto's SCTV before appearing in numerous film and TV roles, gaining fame as Kevin's mother in Home Alone. She was 71 years old. I'm Mark Mayfield.
And also, Hopwell and Carmichael's bingo for tonight will be taking place. WMBS time is 2:08. Sports and weather after this.
439-2323. For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette's Heating and Air Conditioning, your service company.
Be prepared for bone-chilling winter weather. Have Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning install a Bryant high-efficiency furnace in your home to replace that old worn-out system you now have. Choose Bryant's Plus 90 gas furnace or other quality heating system to keep yourself and your family warm and toasty this winter. Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning will also keep your present furnace running at peak efficiency with their 15-point safety check and cleaning. Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning today for your appointment. 724-439-2323. That's Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323.
In sports, tonight we have college basketball as Pitt will host Duke at the Peterson Event Center. Pregame will be at 8:30, tip-off at 9 o'clock here on WMBS. Pirates pitchers and catchers, their first workout is tomorrow in Bradenton. The first full squad workout will be on Monday. Thursday will be a C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night here on WMBS as we have WPIAL Boys playoff action, preliminary round as Laurel Highlands will be at Ringgold. We'll have that game on the radio as well as video on our WMBS YouTube page. The Sprouse Insurance Group pregame will be at 6:15 with tip-off at 7 Thursday night here on WMBS as the playoffs get underway.
The local, district, and statewide news has been brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall. Phone 439-2323.
This Weather Watch is brought to you by Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. Is it time to find a home that fits your lifestyle? Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. You'll find special savings along with beautiful, energy-efficient homes packed with features you've been dreaming about at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon, 4500 PA 51.
Sunshine continues this afternoon, 58. It'll be cloudy tonight. We'll see some rain showers early. Could even see a few snow showers. 32 will be the low. Cloudy tomorrow, some snow showers early with a high of 36. Right now, it is sunny and 57 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law studios at 2:11 on this Tuesday afternoon. I'm TJ DeStefano. Up next, we have an Olympic update for you, and then hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes. That's all coming up next here on WMBS.
This Weather Watch was brought to you by Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. Is it time to find a home that fits your lifestyle? Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. You'll find special savings along with beautiful, energy-efficient homes packed with features you've been dreaming about at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon, 4500 PA 51.
This Olympic update is being brought to you by Tire Man's Auto Garage. Only the best make it to the Olympics, and when you need tires or auto service, go to the best. Tire Man's Auto Garage, a Best in Fayette winner for tires and auto service.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2026 Winter Games. The U.S. has won 4 medals today, including a silver in a sport where Americans have had virtually no success in. Men's cross-country skiing in the individual sprint, Ben Ogden collected just the second U.S. medal ever won, and the other was in 1976. A silver for Alex Hall in freestyle ski, the slopestyle event. A bronze medal for the alpine skiing team of Jackie Wiles and Paula Molson, but also in that combined event, a very disappointing fourth place finish for the team everyone expected to win the gold. Breezy Johnson and Michaela Schifrin. Johnson was first after the downhill, but Schifrin was 15th in the slalom, which is incredible because she's won 71 World Cup slalom races in her career. In the curling mixed gold medal game, it came down to the last rock, and Sweden won 6-5. U.S. settles for silver. With this Winter Games update, John Stashower, Westwood One Sports.
Voted best in Fayette auto service and tires, Tireman's Auto Garage is the place to go for tires. Worried about your tires passing state inspection or driving in winter weather? Tireman's Auto Garage has low prices on used tires, mounted and balanced to meet state inspection requirements. Whatever your tire needs, new or used, the cheapest prices and the best service are at Tireman's Auto Garage, with ACEMA leasing and snap financing available. Fully licensed and insured, Tireman's Auto Garage also offers disposable tire pickup service. Top automotive specialists, Tireman's Auto Garage services include diagnostic service, alignments, oil changes, state inspections, batteries, brakes, rotors, and more. Driven by Tireman's Auto Garage lately? Then you've seen the 2, 4, and 6-seater golf carts that are for sale, with ACEMA leasing available. Or ask Joe and Kim about rentals. Tireman's Auto Garage, with low used tire specials, cheapest prices on new tires, golf carts, and more. Tireman's Auto Garage, Mill Street, phone 724-425-9606.
That Olympic update from Italy was brought to you by Tire Man's Auto Garage. Only the best are chosen for the Olympics, and when you need tires or auto service, choose the best. Tire Man's Auto Garage, a Best in Fayette winner for tires and auto service.
There's only one best lunch spot in Uniontown. Titlow Tavern and Grill on West Main Street, serving 8-ounce Reubens, foot-long cheesesteaks and subs, half-pound handmade burgers, plus pizza, calzones, strombolis, pepperoni rolls, and fresh salads like Greek, antipasto, salmon, steak, and chicken. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9, Friday till 10, Saturday 2 to 10. Dinner and happy hour specials nightly, and private parties are welcome. Call 724-437-6749. Titlow Tavern and Grill.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borge Jr.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility combined with our personalized approach is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, Check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the better business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Zen's Antiques and Home Decor, part of the Cinder Shack family of vendors where you can find both antique and new furniture, collectibles, housewares, gift items including jewelry and candles, and so much more. Follow Zen's Antiques and Home Decor on Facebook for new items and information on upcoming events. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor in Building 2 at 3391 National Pike in Farmington. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor.
Your local station, WMVS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. We're going to continue with the open conversation. The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593. That's the number you want to dial to be part of today's show. So give me a call. Looking forward to chatting with you. What's on Your Mind brought to you by K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Hicks and Baugh's Drugstore, and Gary's Auto Sales. All right, just to go over my little list of possible topics. Again, it's my list. If there's something else, if none of this appeals to you, that's fine. Call in with something that you do want to talk about. So you are invited to do so. Jasmine Crockett, she's a representative representing the district in Texas. Says clapbacks are more important than accuracy in this current political environment. So, in other words, it doesn't matter if you lie, just as long as you have a comeback for anything that a Republican has said or done. Wow, huh? Wow. Toyota has announced the recall of over 141,000 Priuses, spread over their different models of the Prius, from the years spanning 2023 to 2026, saying there is possibility of a rear door opening while you are driving down the highway. So it has to do with water getting into a circuit and causing a short circuit that allows the door to unlatch and open. So be aware of that. What else? The Journal of American Medical Association is suggesting that 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day reduce the risk of dementia. So are you a coffee drinker? If so, how much are you drinking of coffee a day? And if it's below that number, are you going to up your game, so to speak, and drink an extra cup? So give me your thoughts on that. Let's see what else. A traveler wanting to go from L.A. down to Managua, Nicaragua, 6 hours into a flight to Houston, which was a stopover on the way to Managua, he finally got around asking a stewardess what was taking so long to fly to Houston. At which point he was informed that, well, the plane he was on was going to Tokyo. So he got on the wrong plane. He ended up spending 2 days in Tokyo while United figured out how to get him home. So, are we men that clueless that we just don't pay attention? Yeah, and I know I'm throwing us under the bus. I admit we can be, But anyway, I would like to think that I wouldn't be clueless in this situation, that I'd make sure I was getting on the right plane so that I'd get to my destination without any problems. And then to wait 6 hours? Okay, whatever. So there you go. Federal judge in California has told the state of California that it cannot enforce its No Secret Police Act against ICE agents working in California based on the Supremacy Clause. The No Secret Police Act was made it illegal for ICE agents to cover their face with a mask of some time while doing their job. Meanwhile, the same law, it did not pertain to California law enforcement officers. Department of Homeland Security issued the ruling allowing ICE agents to wear a mask because of the increased threats against ICE agents and their families. So there's that. And then the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals has overturned a lower court that was preventing Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem from terminating temporary protected status of 3 countries, Nepal, Honduras, and Nicaragua, saying the reasons for the status being bestowed upon those countries no longer exist. Nepal got that because of an earthquake in 2015, and Honduras and Nicaragua because of Hurricane Mitch in 1999. So, all right, also the Olympics. Are you watching? Are you enjoying? Also, FBI has released video footage of a person of interest in the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. They've been able to bring back and restore video that had been corrupted for whatever reason earlier in the investigation. And so now they do have an actual person of interest. No identification. This person was wearing a ski mask. And so they're just hoping that somebody close to this person still recognizes them and could lead to further development. I hope so, too. I really do. I can't imagine what the Guthrie family is going through right now, wondering what has happened to their mother, where she is. Will they ever see her again? 84 years old, needs daily medicine. For what? I'm not sure. I think it's heart related. A question is how vital is this medicine for this 84-year-old woman? I don't know. But hopefully somebody somewhere sees something or knows something or thinks something is a little suspicious and alerts the authorities on that. So, all righty. I think that just about does it. Whatever else you want to chat about is fine by me. Again, 724-438-4593. So reports coming out of the South Side, and when I say that, it's because that's where the Steelers have their practice facility, is that the Steelers are open to Aaron Rodgers returning for another season. But they're wanting to know sooner rather than later his decision on that. Because, well, they've got the draft to prepare for. And you know what? I'd be open under certain circumstances. You know, if the idea is to bring him back to work with a younger quarterback, giving and passing on his knowledge from his 20 years or so playing in the NFL, passing that knowledge on, working with him, kind of being a quarterback coach, if you will, developing a younger player for when Aaron Rodgers does hang it up, or even to gradually take over as next season progresses. I'd be okay with that. You know, I think the Steelers, they need to proceed on the assumption that Aaron Rodgers is not coming back. And if he does, okay, good. But they need to go forward with the idea that he's not. And to not let those plans change. So, but you Steeler fans, what's your opinion? Aaron Rodgers coming back for another year? Yes or no on that? So we can add that to the conversation. 724-438-4593. We can also chat about Jeffrey Epstein. So, two pieces of news. Ghislaine, I'm not sure how you pronounce her first name, Maxwell, who was his, I guess, primary assistant and has been convicted in aiding and abetting in his sex trafficking and other sex crimes and is currently in prison. She testified before Congress the other day via closed captioning from her prison, where she invoked the Fifth Amendment. And really, there was not much there. She's not going to snitch on Epstein unless there's something in it for her. So your thoughts on that. And then a new article that just came out, the reports that there is a Department of Justice documents stating that back in the early 2000s, Donald Trump, then civilian Donald Trump, contacted the Palm Beach Police Department about Jeffrey Epstein and also Ms. Maxwell, saying they're not good people. You need to be looking at it, and thank you for, looking into them already. So that report there as well. So there's some other things we can throw into the mix. 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hey, Russ, how you doing?
Good, yourself?
Good. This is John. Beautiful day out, huh?
Yes, it is, John. Doesn't get much better than this.
No, let's hope it gets us down to where the Milton goes on the creek and we're done with it. But I know there's more coming.
I'm sure there is too.
I was thinking about what you said about Aaron Rodgers. I doubt if he'll come back, but if he would, your idea is good, or he could maybe work with Will Howard. I just don't understand last year why they didn't put him out in at least a couple plays or something, so we could get an idea how good he is. I don't understand. I know he played really well for the Buckeyes, but so why didn't they just put him out there a few games to see what he did?
You got to remember, Will Howard got hurt in training camp.
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, he was put on injured reserve for quite a while, and
okay.
So when he was eligible to come back, they had things in hands with at the time with Rodgers and Mason Rudolph at quarterback. So,
right.
I'm sure if one of them had gone down with an injury that was going to be for a significant amount of time, they would have activated him.
I mean, what's your take on this coach? Do you think this is going to? I mean, I kind of think it's going to be another year of the same thing until we get. I think we should have went with someone younger. I mean, I know the guy's he's well versed and everything, but I just think that we just need something fresh. I just think somebody young and with some ambition. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know why they ultimately went with Mike McCarthy. I mean, a couple things. Okay, he's a Pittsburgher. Okay.
Right. But that doesn't still tell the whole telltale. You know what I mean?
No, it doesn't. But I think he's got he's got a history with Aaron Rodgers. So I don't know if that figured into the mix at all. Reports I'm reading that just about all the players on the team want Aaron Rodgers back. So if that's the case, if that's true, so did Mark McCarthy come in with the notion of, okay, we'll get Aaron Rodgers for another year, type of thing? Right. He is offensive minded,
which is a good thing.
Yeah, because the NFL has really gone the way of the offense of late. You still need a very good defense.
Right, which we have a pretty good one right there.
But we don't have an offense. So
no, our offense, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's terrible. That's just the best way to describe it. But here's the thing: if they can get him one more year, and we have a different coach, even if we go in and we'd win a couple playoff games, I'd still be happy. You know what I mean? I'm just tired of that one and done stuff. That would be one thing. And also, I want to bring up something else. I noticed an influx of a lot of shootings lately. I don't know if there was one just down Connellsville, I guess, today, and one in Uniontown. I don't wonder what's causing all this. What's going on? I don't understand. I guess it's another reason why everybody should start thinking about getting that permit and carrying on them. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it's the best thing we could do.
Yeah, I have not heard about the one in Connellsville. The one here in Uniontown the other day, where what was a 14-year-old killed somebody. Is that the?
I think
that just blows my mind. That absolutely blows my mind that took place.
Well, how did they get the gun to begin with? That's the whole thing. That I mean, that's you know what? As parents, we have to. When I was younger, my dad took me on. He showed me what a gun can do.
Mm-hmm.
He said, just remember, when you're pointing that gun at something, once you squeeze that trigger, you can't take it back.
Right.
He'd shoot a like an old watermelon or a can with some pop, and that is still in my mind to this day. And that's why I'm a hunter also, so I took hunter safety, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But that instills in your mind, hey, once that trigger's pulled, you can't take it back.
No.
And I don't know if enough people, take their children out and show them, hey, this is why you don't touch a gun. You don't get it in your hands until you're learning and you're ready. And I blame this on wherever that gun come from. It should have been locked away, or it should have been put in a safe place.
Absolutely.
So until this stuff starts happening, I don't know.
Yeah, and I understand your comment about more and more people getting carry permits. I understand that. I wish if people, my wish is that if somebody does go and get a carry permit, whether they're comfortable with guns or not. Okay, whether they've been around guns all their life, they know how to operate, or this is their first time. My wish is that they would go to a gun safety class, and learn how to properly, use that gun. Know when you're allowed. There's the Castle Doctrine in Pennsylvania. Okay, there's rules as to when that, the Castle Doctrine is usable. Just because somebody comes on your front porch doesn't mean you can shoot them. There are other
potential threat, and you know what I mean.
Yes.
But here's the thing too: if you can elude the way that works is what I understand is if you can escape without injury, or or if you're handicapped, obviously and you can't walk fast, and somebody's coming at you, you have to do something. But what I'm saying is just like you said, if you're on your yard cutting grass and someone just walks through your yard, you just can't pull a gun on blaster.
No.
You have to know for a fact you're being threatened, and you can't escape.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is, I think there's a 21-foot rule. Somebody could correct me on this, but I think within 21 feet, if you're able to escape, and it's like say the guy got a knife or a ball bat where he can't literally shoot you, then you make a reasonable effort to get into a locked area and call police. That's what I understand of it. Now, if you're in your house and someone's in your house and it's we'll say 12 o'clock at night and you don't know who it is, obviously that's not a good sign.
Right.
And they know you're in there, so that's where things change differently. But I agree with you. There is places like Larry Williams and Sons down there, toward Dunbar, There's places you can learn how to shoot, and there's a lot of people be willing to teach you how to load it and unload it. And,
Sure.
Like you said, main thing is we get people trained and on knowing how to use them. Actually, I think before you get a permit, there should be a course that you should have to take.
Mm-hmm. Well, there is.
Unless you're, unless you're already military or something.
Well, there is that argument, John, but on the other hand, it'll be looked upon as an infringement of your Second Amendment right. Yeah, you can have a gun, but you have to do this first.
Yeah, that's true. I got you on that.
Yeah,
So I just wish, like I said, I'd like to see all this stuff stop, but I know that I don't care. Then you can't blame it on any president. There's going to be crime from now till the end of time. You understand what I'm saying? It's just a matter if we could get it slowed down or get some. I'll tell you something. It's not just the Mexican people. It's white, black, whatever. I say this. I say we should take all of them that's done these horrible crimes and all put them in the same place.
There you go.
It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're what color or if you speak Spanish. No, I agree with the illegal stuff. Yeah, we can't have that. But my point is, I'm talking to everybody that's like this. These child molesters, murderers. Put them all in the same place. Doesn't matter what they are.
No.
You know what I mean? If they have Alcatraz, I have no trouble them sending them down there. If these people, molested kids or killed or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Okay. Hey, John, I got to move along here. Got a break and another caller. So
Hey, great program, Russ. Take care, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Hey, to the caller on, too, I got to take a quick break, but you'll be first up right after this.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or
Hi, come on in. How are you?
for personal, professional health care you can trust, see Dr. Paul Hardley and nurse practitioners Tara Bozak, Jessica Reckhart, and Stacy Morris, proudly serving our community for over 30 years. Need care today? Walk-ins are always welcome. For your primary care, call Dr. Paul Hartley at 724-437-1109 or visit ppcp.org. Or
serving number 3,944.
Well, much cooler temperatures are here, but you could still enjoy your deck or patio with retractable or fixed awnings from Lifetime Awnings. Made in the USA with manufacturer and customer guarantees, Lifetime Awnings products last. Lifetime Awnings is veteran-owned and operated with a 10% discount to all military veterans and their families. Call Lifetime Awnings 724-554-6067 for a no-cost or obligation home consultation. Or email John, the owner, at lifetimeawningsusa@gmail.com.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Tune in to WMBS Saturday mornings at 8:20 for Your Financial Future with Gary Boatman, certified financial planner, investment advisory representative, syndicated columnist, and author, as he addresses such income issues as planning for retirement, future health care expenses, avoiding financial pitfalls, and much more. That's Your Financial Future with Gary Boatman, Saturday mornings at 8:20 right here on WMBS, where Gary Boatman welcomes your calls at 724-243-3075. That's 724-243-3075.
Valentine's Day's coming up, and nothing says Be My Valentine quite like flowers from Miller's Greenhouses and Flower Shop. Choose from fresh floral arrangements starting at just $30 or classic roses starting at $55 a dozen. Want to really impress? Call early and have Valentine's flowers delivered right to her workplace. Miller's Greenhouses and Flower Shop in Smithfield. Open Monday through Saturday, 8:30 to 5. Call 724-564-2696.
Everyone, this is Kelly Clark with Autoland Hyundai in downtown Uniontown. 724-208-5281. What makes buying your next vehicle for me worthwhile? I make it a very easy 5-step process. You look, you shop, you ask, you decide. And I listen. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai. 724-208-5281. 724-208-5281. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai. I'll make you a good deal.
Having Hicks and Buzz Drugstore in Uniontown means reliability, quality, and service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller gladly answer healthcare questions and take care of your prescription needs. Hicks and Buzz also offers free prescription delivery, mail-out service for snowbirds, and dependable courteous service, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Hicks and Buzz Drugstore, 304 Morgantown Street, phone 724-437-2828. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday till 3, closed Sunday at Hicks and Buzz Drugstore of Uniontown.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm your host, Russ Rhodes. It is open conversation. We have some open lines available, 724-438-4593. Give me a buzz. Would love to hear from you on about pretty much any topic. So, all righty. What else do you want to chat about here? I mentioned petitions for those looking to run for political office. They are available at the Election Bureau down on Main Street here in Uniontown. You can't start circulating, though, until next Tuesday, a week from today. So just letting you know what's out there. We did a little chatting with John here and his thoughts on Aaron Rodgers. So do you want to add to that at all? Also, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pitchers and catchers have reported. The rest of the team is due in next week for full-fledged workouts as they prepare for the 2026 Major League Baseball season. What's your thoughts on the Pirates right now? This is before you see anything, any reports coming out of Bradenton. Nothing like this, kind of your gut feeling. Are you looking for them to improve? Do you think they'll improve over last year? Will they be competitive and make a run for a playoff spot? We'd love for them to win their division, but I think we'd also settle for a wild card berth in the playoffs. So your thoughts when it comes to the Pirates. All right. Again, 724-438-4593. That's the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. And we have a caller. Hello. Welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hi, Russ. It's Connellsville Bill. How you doing today?
Good. Bill, yourself?
Oh, good. I was watching the news last night about those controversial halftime shows at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had an outlook on that or not, but I prefer the latter of the two, the Turning Point one.
Okay.
I didn't know how you felt about it, if you watched it or not.
I watched it. Well, let's put it this way. I had the Turning Point one on. I was listening to it. I really wasn't watching it. I caught bits and pieces of it. I listened to the entire thing. To me, the Turning Point was, it was almost like a talent show. It was one guest right after the other, as opposed to having one guest that Bad Bunny was for the Super Bowl. Turning Point had several.
Right.
So, and of course, Turning Point, everything was geared towards patriotism, if you will.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Whereas Bad Bunny, well, maybe not so much. It was hard to tell since apparently he spoke Spanish the entire time.
Yeah, that's true. I was hoping maybe next year they might get some country western stars in there. I don't think there's ever been anyone there. I don't know.
You know what? We could probably do a quick search of who past guests have been. But yeah, offhand, I don't know.
I think maybe Kid Rock, but that'd be about it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
yeah.
It was that halftime show and those girls with all that provocative dancing and all that kind of stuff. That just doesn't get it.
Yeah, I talked about this yesterday. Okay, two thoughts. One, the NFL is a business. and they're wanting to expand worldwide, and they've been doing a pretty good job of that.
Yeah.
They've got a game in Mexico every year, I think, and they went to South America for a game this year and had several over in Europe. So I understand they want to branch out. They want to be worldwide. Okay,
that's true.
That's their business model. So be it. But I think when it comes to the Super Bowl, American football is American football. It was invented, it was developed, it grew here in this country.
Right.
And I think NFL needs to remember their roots. This is where your primary fans are. This is where the majority of your fans are, is in the United States.
That's true.
And the Super Bowl is... Well, I think they want to think of it as family entertainment. Well, if you want to think of it as family entertainment, then you don't have young women twerking.
True.
At halftime,
I turned it off. I couldn't stand it.
Yeah. I just think the NFL just missed the boat big time with having. I mean, I never heard of the guy. Now, granted, I'm almost 67 years old. I'm not going to listen to his music anyway. But, I've heard of, Taylor Swift. I've heard of Lady Gaga. I've heard of, other younger performers. Bad Bunny, I've never heard of.
Well... Yeah, I'm not into that rap and hip-hop scene either. I know a few years ago they had Paul McCartney on there. That was probably a pretty decent one. But I think they ought to get country music out there and give it a little, plug.
Well, maybe next year. Who knows?
Okay, thanks a lot. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it. Have a great day. 724-438-4593. Both lines are open. So give me a buzz, whatever. I mean, if you have comments about the halftime show, you're more than welcome to chime in on that. If you disagree with my assessment, hey, that's fine too. It's all good here, just so long as we have a conversation, right? So what else? Hey, just to let you know here, we've got college basketball tonight here on WMBS. So Duke has traveled here to Pittsburgh. They'll be taking on the Pitt Panthers. Pregame at 8:30, tip-off at 9 o'clock. So little college basketball here on WMBS later tonight. That's and we'll continue to, interrupt every now and then to give you Olympic updates too. So, okay. What else? We're up to, by the way, we're up to 57 degrees now here in Uniontown. That's according to the WMBS Weather Center. Excuse me. So, it is a gorgeous day. The sun's out there, beautiful blue sky. I really hope you have the opportunity to sneak outside and take in some fresh air. So it is a gorgeous day. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Yes, Russ?
Yes.
Hey, just real quick, wanted
James.
to touch base with you about what you said about President Trump. I heard that this morning about how he came out when there was the Palm Beach, and I know you and Skipper talked about it last week, and to clarify this, Palm Beach police interviewed, I think, close to 24 young girls that were going in and were conned into being alone with Epstein at his Palm Beach, Florida home. Maxwell would get them there, and they would do into massages, and then it turned into him sexually assaulting them. So there were close to 24 cases. Now, there were other things going on there. There were parties. There were other people involved. And the police were kind of just baffled at how they had all these cases lined up to bring against him, and only one case went against him. So there were girls, I know Skipper and you talked about it, close to 24 one case was filed by the state and the feds, and Palm Beach was left scratching their heads like, what the heck's going on? We could put this guy away for 15 to 20 years. Mm-hmm. One case, they got him for a year. He was back out on the street.
13
now,
months in prison, yeah.
Right. So this started to speculate, what in the world, what contact did he have with the state and the feds? Now, this comes down to Trump. Yes, did Trump make a phone call? I don't know. But there were people involved that were concerned about him turning against them, kind of like the blackmail thing. So they got him the lighter sentence, and then he didn't roll on anybody else. But the thing is, Trump says, Ghislaine Maxwell's evil, and she was in on this, and I called. But there's an interview in a press conference where just recently when they bring up Ghislaine Maxwell, and he says, yes, I knew her. I wish her well. You can check that out.
Well,
and
you can still wish somebody well, even though they're,
but when you supposedly called her evil earlier, and now you're saying, well, I wish them well. And everybody's got to remember that Jane Doe 102 that came out and really blew the lid on a lot, Ghislaine Maxwell found, do you know where she found her? At Mar-a-Lago. This girl was at Mar-a-Lago, and Ghislaine Maxwell was at Mar-a-Lago, and that's where they found Jane Doe 102 that they sexually abused. So there's a lot of stuff coming out, and this gets very concerning because you hear one side of things, but you always got to dig to get
I also
both
want to
sides.
point out, and I got to go here quickly, so the New York Times came out with an article just the other day. I think it was the 4th or the 5th. You can look it up. Where in this article, they've taken a look into the files, the FBI files. And of the 5,300 files, they said there's 38,000 plus references to Trump, his wife, and Mar-a-Lago. But most of these, a good portion of them, are news articles and other publications. Trump being mentioned in Epstein email inboxes. But there was never, according to the New York Times, there was never any direct communications.
There was. You have photos with him and Trump. There were communication between them.
This is from the New York Times. According to what they've read in these files, there was no direct communication.
Well, if you go back in the Epstein emails, a lot of people have been blocked out there too and redacted, so we don't know who he was contacting.
All right, James, I got to run. Thanks for your call.
Good call.
Bye-bye. Hey, 724-438-4593. Taking a break. You and I together will close out hour 2 right after this.
That sneeze was in a different zip code, and I still felt the germs.
Relax, Randy. I went to Montgomery Medical. I'm fully shielded.
Like a flu shot?
Flu, COVID, the works. If you haven't caught up on your shots yet, they'll get you sorted in minutes. It's basically a suit of armor, but with less clanking. Then do the double shot. After Montgomery Medical, head over to Renew You Medispa. I got their immunity IV drip.
A Medispa?
You relax, you hydrate, and you give your immune system a VIP upgrade.
Montgomery Medical, a family tradition of family medicine.
Couples Comedy with married comedians Tom Cotter and Carrie Louise comes to the State Theater Center for the Arts Friday, February 13th at 8 p.m. for a hilarious Valentine's performance. An America's Got Talent Season 7 finalist and one of the funniest comics today, Tom Cotter, and Carrie Louise, a Last Comic Standing finalist, are sure to make it an uproarious Galentine's night out. For tickets, call 724-439-1360 or online at statetheater.info. Recommended for those 16 and over.
Now, you don't have to travel too far for medical marijuana products. Go to Local Leaf in Scottsdale for a wide variety of locally grown and locally sourced products, plus your questions answered on medical marijuana, qualifying medical conditions, or how to register for your medical card. Local Leaf by PHG off Route 119 in Scottsdale, 412-417-4964. Online at localleafpa.com. Local Leaf, your medical marijuana dispensary with locally grown and locally sourced products in Scottsdale.
Laurel Ridge Eye Care reminds us that vision problems may develop so slowly you don't even notice until you find yourself reading less and straining to focus. If that's happening to you, call Dr. Aaron Sobel at Laurel Ridge Eye Care for a complete vision exam. If there's one thing you shouldn't overlook, it's your vision. Laurel Ridge Eye Care and board-certified ophthalmologist Dr. Aaron Sobel remind you that early detection of eye disease can help prevent blindness. Their complete vision exams can help determine if you are developing problems. Laurel Ridge Eye Care offers full-service medical, surgical, and laser eye care with cataract surgery performed at Uniontown Hospital. Don't take chances with your eyes. Schedule your appointment today by calling Laurel Ridge Eye Care at 724-437-2222. That's 724-437-2222. All insurances are accepted, as well as Visa, MasterCard, and debit card at Laurel Ridge Eye Care, 130 West Fayette Street in the former Hockey Funeral Home.
WMBS high school basketball coverage is proudly sponsored by the law firm of Goodwin Como. Voted Fayette County's best attorney, Benjamin F. Goodwin, and the award-winning Goodwin Como team have been trusted by your friends and neighbors for nearly 2 decades. From estate planning and administration to personal injury, workers' compensation, property matters, family law, and criminal defense, they deliver dedicated, personalized representation when it matters most. With 2 convenient offices in Uniontown and Bell Vernon, visit GoodwinComo.com or call them at 724-438-1616 for your free initial consultation. Goodwin Como, righting wrongs, securing justice.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown. Doctors Calabrese, Hoppy, Lorenz, and I want to wish the very best to all our local hoops teams this season and remind everyone that our team of board-certified specialists are highly committed to provide the highest quality of care for any and all gastrointestinal and liver problems. Call us at 724-437-7677.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation. We've got, maybe about 2 minutes left in today's show. So time for a quick little comment, if you so choose. Give me that call, 724-438-4593. That's by the way, the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. So, all righty. The Epstein files, Jeffrey Epstein. I don't know that we're ever going to find out everything that there is out there. You know, I honestly don't. And which is a shame, because all it does is it fuels conjecture. It fuels conspiracy theories. And it doesn't matter who the conspiracy is going against, whether you're a Trump fan or you hate Trump, Clinton, same thing, Bill Clinton. It doesn't matter. It just fuels conspiracy theories and conjecture and completely made up stuff, because the information is not all there. But, oh well. That is pretty much doing it for today's show. Just a reminder, Duke Blue Devils take on the Pitt Panthers tonight at the Pitt Fieldhouse. Or I guess it's the Peterson Fieldhouse, right? So 8:30 is pregame, 9 o'clock is tip-off. College basketball, you can hear that right here on WMBS. That's your little reminder on that. The Olympics continued to go on until February 26th, so we'll be bringing you updates throughout the day as well on that. I'll be back in this chair tomorrow for another version of What's on Your Mind and some more open conversations, so looking forward to it. I hope you are as well. This is WMBS Uniontown at the Tone. It's going to be 2 o'clock, followed by the CBS News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Stacey Lynn. There's been a big development in the search for Nancy Guthrie. The FBI has released video footage showing a masked man on the front porch of her home the day she went missing. CBS's Anna Schechter with details.
The video does give you a sense of the build of the person, and those are unusual gloves. The backpack is distinctive. There's a distinctive zipper on the front of the jacket of the individual, and even a distinctive look